Hey, welcome back. I am Josh Reef, and today I want to talk to you about something that sounds harsh at first, but if you really understand it, it can change your life completely. Nobody is coming. Not in the way you might secretly be hoping. Not the perfect opportunity. Not the perfect mentor, and not the perfect market. Not the perfect client, not the person who finally recognizes your potential and hands you the life you want. Nobody is coming. I say it because the day that you understand that is the day you stop waiting. That is the day you stop blaming your past. You stop blaming your circumstances, and you stop waiting for the market to get easier. You stop waiting until you feel ready, and you stop waiting to be chosen, and you start building. That is what this episode is all about. The quiet season. The season nobody applauds. The season where nothing obvious is happening. No big commission check. No listing appointment. No client calling you out of nowhere. No public proof that the work is working. Just you, your standards, your discipline, your decisions. And the question then becomes, what are you going to do when nobody is coming to save you? And this is the moment when I realized it was on me. The lesson in this is the moment you stop waiting is the moment you start becoming dangerous. When I moved to LA, I did not have some perfect plan. I was 28 years old. I had no real estate business, no clients, no big database, no family pipeline, no safety net. In fact, not a lot of people know this, but I was driving Uber. I was studying for my license, trying to learn the market, trying to figure out how to survive. And there were definitely moments where I looked around and thought, what am I doing? Because LA does not slow down. Just because you are trying to figure your life out. Bills still come in, rent is still due, people are still moving, other agents are still doing deals, and you are sitting there trying to convince yourself that the decision you made is going to lead somewhere. That is a very honest place to be, and I think that a lot of people are in some version of that place right now. We want breakthrough. We want the opportunity. We want the sign. We want someone to come along and say, I see it in you. Here's your chance. And sometimes people, they do help. I had people help me. A good friend of mine helped me see real estate differently. Another one of my friends helped mentor me, and I'm grateful for that. But even with the help, at some point you have to make a decision. No one can want your future more than you do. No one can carry your standards for you. No one can make the calls for you, and no one can build your reputation for you. No one can become disciplined for you. That part is all on you, and the day that you accept that is not a sad day. It is the most powerful day you can have, because now you are not waiting anymore, you are moving forward. The part that nobody posts about, and the lesson that I found in this, is the beginning usually does not look like the breakthrough. People love to show the win, the closing photo, the sold sign, the listing video, the nice dinner after escrow closes, and I get it. You should celebrate those moments, but that is not where the business is built. The business is being built way before that. It is built when you are sitting in your car in between appointments. It is built when you are studying the market and nobody knows. It is built when you are following up with someone who may not respond. It's built when you are sitting in open house and two people walk in and neither one is serious. It is built when you are trying to sound confident while you are still becoming confident. In that beginning, it can mess with your psyche because it does not always look like progress. When I was driving for Uber, it would have been easy to look at that season and think nothing was happening. But something was happening. I was buying time. I was staying in the game. I was learning LA. I was listening. I was getting tougher. I was becoming more comfortable with being uncomfortable. At the time, it did not look like luxury real estate. It looked like traffic. It looked like long days. It looked like uncertainty. But looking back, that season mattered the most. Way more than I ever understood. Just because it does not look like success yet does not mean it is not part of the success. The lesson of the empty room is that the work that prepares you usually happens before anyone is watching. When I was in the band, people saw the shows, they saw Warped Tour, they saw the music videos, they saw the fun part. But before any of that, there were empty rooms, rehearsal spaces, sound checks, bad mixes, broken gear, long drives, starting the same song over for the 10th time. Nobody claps during the rehearsal. Nobody cheers when you are trying to get the timing right. Nobody cares that your hands hurt or that you are tired or that you have been playing the same part for an hour. But that is where the show is built, not on the stage, before the stage. Real estate is like the same. The listing appointment is the stage. The negotiation is the stage. The closing table is the stage. You get that, right? But the agent is built in the empty room. The calls, the follow-up, preparation, market study, conversations that go absolutely nowhere. Mistakes, awkward first attempts, quiet reps. Everybody wants the stage, and everybody wants the moment where it finally looks real. But you do not get to skip the empty room. That is where you become the person who can actually handle the opportunity when it finally shows up. Stop wanting to be chosen. The only recognition that matters first is the decision you make about yourself. A lot of people are waiting to be chosen, waiting for someone to notice them, waiting for someone to validate them, for someone to say, you are ready now. But real estate doesn't work like that. Life does not really work that way either, and at some point you have to choose yourself before the market chooses you, before the client chooses you, before the opportunity chooses you. You have to decide that you are going to become the person your future requires. Even if you are scared or you feel left behind or you do not feel fully prepared, because the truth is most people do not feel ready when they start. They become ready by doing the work. That is what I had to learn, and I learned it the hard way. Quiet does not mean nothing. Some of the most important progress is hard to see while it is happening, but there is a difference in being quiet and empty. A quiet day does not mean nothing happened. A quiet week does not mean you are failing. A quiet month does not mean you are not built for this. Sometimes quiet seasons are full. They are full of lessons, small improvements, conversations, and repetitions. Full of moments where you are learning how to handle yourself. You are learning how buyers think. And you are learning how sellers make decisions. And mostly, you are learning how to explain the market. You are learning how to recover when someone says no. You are learning how not to take everything so personally. You are learning how to stay calm, how to be useful. And I know that may not be so exciting when rent is due. I get that. Sometimes you do not want a life lesson. You want a deal. You want proof. You want the phone to ring. You want something to happen so you can breathe for a second. But looking back, the quiet seasons gave me things I still use today, which is humility, patience, hunger, resourcefulness, perspective. Those things are not flashy, but they matter a lot, especially in luxury real estate. Because when someone trusts you with a major property, they are not just hiring your marketing, they are hiring your judgment, your calm preparation, your ability to lead them through pressure. And those things are built quietly. And this is the weight of who you could become. The heaviest weight is knowing you are capable of more and doing nothing about it. There is a kind of weight that nobody else can see, and it is not failure, nor rejection, and it is not even struggle. It is the gap between who you are right now and who you know you are capable of becoming. And that gap is heavy. You feel it when you wake up and when you avoid the thing you know you need to do. You feel it when you choose comfort and know you should have chosen growth. You feel it when you keep making promises to yourself and you keep breaking them. Why? That weight builds up day by day and choice by choice, and eventually it does one of two things. It either crushes you, completely demolishes you, or it wakes you up to a new day. And that is why discipline matters. Not because discipline sounds impressive, but because discipline closes the gap. Every call closes the gap. Follow-up closes the gap. Every workout, every early morning and honest conversation, every piece of content, every time you do the thing you said you were going to do, you are closing the gap between who you are and who you are capable of becoming. That is the real work, and nobody can do that for you. Measure the right things. If you only measure closings, you will feel like you are losing for too long. Closings matter. Listings, escrows, of course they do. They matter. This is a business. If those are the only things you measure, you're going to feel defeated for long stretches of time, especially early on. So you have to measure deposits too. Did you make a relationship deposit today? Did you make a knowledge deposit? Did you make a follow-up deposit? Did you make a content deposit? All of these things count. Even if they do not pay you today, one conversation may not change your business, but 100 conversations might. One video might not bring you a client, but 50 videos might. One open house may feel slow, but 10 open houses might teach you what buyers are really thinking. One follow-up may go nowhere, but the next one might turn into an appointment, and that is how momentum works. It usually starts quietly, then slowly. Then people suddenly act like it came out of nowhere, but it did not come out of nowhere. You know where it came from. It came from the days where you kept going without proof. So here's a message to your future self. What you do today becomes the life you live later. I want you to think about this. Imagine your future self could send you a message right now. Not the version of you from tomorrow, the version of you 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. What would that person say? I think they would say, please keep going. Please stop waiting. Please stop giving so much power to fear. Please stop looking backward at everything that you did that did not work. Start planting now and start building now and start becoming the person you keep saying you want to be. Because one day you're going to live inside the results of what you are doing right now. That is the truth. Your future is not some random place you arrive at. It is built quietly, daily, by decisions, by standards, by what you repeat. So if your life is not where you want it to be, start planting today. Not when you feel ready, not when the market changes, not when someone gives you permission. Today, because your future self is counting on the version of you listening to this right now. So let me bring this home. Nobody is coming. Remember that. And again, I do not say that to make you feel alone. I say it because there is freedom in that truth. Once you realize nobody is coming, you stop waiting. You stop hoping the perfect situation will rescue you. You stop blaming the market. You stop blaming your past. You stop waiting to be chosen. And you start building. The season nobody applauds is not a wasted season. It is where your standards are built. It is where your discipline is built. It is where your confidence is built. It is where your future starts taking shape quietly before anyone else can see it. Do not confuse quiet with empty, and do not confuse delay with failure. Do not confuse being early with being wrong. The closing table is the harvest, but the business is built long before that. In the calls, follow-ups, preparation, conversations, private promises you keep to yourself, one day people may see the result, but you will know where it really started. It started in the quiet. It started in that empty room. It started when you finally realized nobody is coming, and instead of letting that break you, you let it wake you up. I'm Josh Reef. This podcast exists because I needed it, and I hope today you needed it too. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll see you on the next one.